One man, one desire has made the Twitter go insane. Everyone is shocked at this. I mean, we're in 2022, in an age where if you draw a lewd, sexy cartoon, you get in trouble because of political correctness, because of sexismus. But if you're an actual sexy woman, you can make thousands of dollars off of men. And I'm not even thinking this guy is desperate. I mean, look, if you have $8,000 to throw away, clearly this is just some fantasy of his. I mean, with $8,000, you can go to your local lady of the night and you can get actual physical things happening there. It's not like this guy is an incel or something like that with $8,000. And if you are an incel with $8,000, then that is not a question of whether you're unlucky or something like that. It's like, what is wrong with you? Go to the lady of the night. Go to the woman of low moral fiber, as my grandmother used to call her, and satisfy your needs. I don't know what else to tell you. So, you know, like, it's also nice to see this picture, I guess, with her and panties. Because this is what Twitch has become. Used to be a gaming platform, but now if you actually say that this is happening on Twitch, again, it's against political correctness. Because we live in an age where you can't draw a sexy cartoon, but heaven forbid you say that this might be sexismus on behalf of Twitch, of taking advantage of someone's daughter in order to get bits and super chats. You know, it is what it is. Basically, like if a company at E3 hires a booth babe, oh my god, sexismus, oh, look at the patriarchal corporation profiting off of women. If Twitch does it, it's fine. Why? I don't know. I mean, if the Grand Prix girl gets a job at Grand Prix, that is not okay. That is patriarchal, that's rape culture. But if a Twitch lady gets a job at Twitch, that is empowering, that is progressive. Well, it is what it is. Personally, I know why Twitch does it. I just don't know how the same person can look at Uzaki-chan and go, ah, sexismus, and at the same time look at Amouranth and it's like, oh, queen, oh, how can a person have these opposite viewpoints in their head? And just so you know, I've got nothing against Amouranth, and, you know, more power to her. If she was my daughter, I would be proud of her. Hey, if you bring $8,000 in the household, that is productive. That is a good thing. That is why I created you, daughter. Bring more money. I don't care. You know, seriously, if it bothers you, that is fine. It doesn't bother me because I'm capitalist-oriented, libertarian, do whatever you want. Just bring me money. But you know, like, it's also part of the idea. It's like, oh yes, society is sexist and women are being oppressed. Dude, can you imagine being paid $8,000 just for existing? Because at the end of the day, that's the thing. Like, just for existing, you get $8 grand. Can you do that as a man? Can you? I mean, maybe you can if you're like a football player or something. You know, like I suppose. But even then, it's just. I'm jealous, okay? That's what I am right now. I'm jealous. I would call a person a loser even for less. I would call someone a loser even for $5. In fact, I used to do it for free. But apparently I was doing it wrong because no one was paying me. What does Amouranth have that I don't? Can anyone tell me? Like, I am the guy, right? Like, I'm part of the patriarchy. I am part of the elite, the echelons of society. Why am I not getting $8,000? Huh? Like, but why is my male privilege not giving me $8,000? What am I doing wrong in life? Clearly, I have missed the patriarchy meeting where we talked about how to get things done. So apparently, megastar Amouranth has disclosed a bizarre request from a fan that's set to net her thousands of dollars. So this gentleman wants to be called a loser on a video. She added that the request, she hold up an obscure hand gesture to the clip. By the way, like, what if she actually calls him a loser and he doesn't give her the $8 grand? What then? Like, can she sue? That would be an interesting lawsuit, wouldn't it? Breach of contract. She added that the messenger requested that she holds up an obscene hand gesture, and she will do it. Of course she will do it. What type of person wouldn't do it? Like, what type of human wouldn't get $8 grand just for calling someone a loser? You know what? I bet she would have done it for $7 grand. But yeah, I guess the guy is not a very good capitalist. So apparently, and by the way, can you imagine if people can find out who he is and that the guy gets a girlfriend and the girlfriend sees that, like, do you think she would lose respect for him, or do you think she would get moist? Because it's like, well, he has $8,000 to spare. Jesus Christ, $8,000. Oh my God. So the Texan streamed footage of herself dancing, playing video games, and more. Always clad in bikinis and underwear. Gee, I wonder why. She recently told Vice that she makes $1.5 billion a month. Oh, come on! Come on! Dude, this is how anarcho-capitalism can work. Okay, taxation is theft. I will create a system where you don't need taxes to continue having a state. All you need to do is to get ladies like Amouranth and have them on Twitch, and people will donate money to them, and that money can translate into taxes. Like, get the government, hire ushi-kushi ladies, and the super chats that go to them should... My God, like, can you imagine if someone is a millionaire and there are poor people out there? Like, I know on Reddit, because they talk about it. Like, there's poor people on Reddit that can't pay rent, and they brag about giving these ladies $500. Like, I'm not saying you shouldn't give these ladies $500 if you like their content. But if you literally can't pay rent, and they are millionaires. I mean, usually this wealth transfer from the poor to the rich is happening with the help of leftist government by taxing and inflation. But apparently they can skip a step now. Just like, throw money to the rich. Why not give Jeff Bezos a couple of dollars while you're at it? God, I just, The last part that I care about is that this guy wants to be called a loser. Like, that is literally the last thing I care about in this article. So she's a millionaire, and you have people who can't pay rent and give money. Oh my God. Anyway, right. Why am I surprised? So she admitted that people often email her with offers of obscene amounts of money that are not always genuine. However, the most recent case appeared to be legitimate, as they've already made the donation on her fan page Messenger. To clarify, there are 40 times $200 donations spread out over 3 days. Isn't this like money laundering? Like, if I did that, no, seriously, if I did that, I would probably get a flag on the Romanian IRS, because it's like I'm trying to launder money or something. At least tell me the guy is avoiding to pay taxes, like he can consider it a charitable donation or something. So they claim they will rewatch the video every time they feel like procrastinating to get started on their diet and work towards the goals. Oh, you know what? Like, this is actually a smart thing to do. In all due honesty, this is actually a smart thing to do. I'll tell you why. If you spend money, like if you give $8,000 in order to motivate yourself into losing weight, dude, you're not going to touch that cupcake. Because you're going to have buyer's remorse. Like, trust me on this one. This is actually how it works. Like, I had a guy, a colleague of mine, and he was getting chubby. Like, he was a thin guy, but like, something snapped, and he was just becoming more and more chubby, and he was gaining more and more weight. So what he did is, like, he went to a nutritionist that was very expensive, and he spent something ridiculous. I think it was like, for a Romanian, like $500, when the medium wage for most people is $300. Like, you can understand how much money he spent here. And the diet was something that would serve people in Auschwitz and Birkenau. I mean, it was something horrendous, but he kept it religiously. And I asked him, it's like, dude, how can you manage? It's like, well, I already paid more than a month wage for this. I'm going to. So maybe this is why this guy did it. You know, like, I kind of get it now. Yeah. So apparently they talk about how Amazon bought Twitch and blah, blah, blah. Twitch does not permit sexually suggestive content. You know what? I think it should. Yeah, clearly they don't permit it. You know what? I think they should. But they want to masquerade as a family-friendly platform, so they want to have their cake and eat it too, I guess. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.